There's been quite a lot over the last couple of days about the supposed illegality of estate agents leaving properties on portals when they're so-called sold subject to contract. This whole thing gets me so bloody angry because the methodology that's used at the moment to explain when a property is under offer, which is what it is, it's not sold subject to contract. I mean, I know technically that may be the right expression, but in the way people understand it, when you use the word sold, especially as estate agents do, when they just plaster it all over their boards and then in tiny little letters somewhere they'll have SSTC in the bottom right-hand corner or the top right-hand corner, so no one walking past has got any idea. It's clear why they do it. I understand it. I was an agent myself. You do it because it makes it look like you've sold the property. But the problem for the public is that the moment they see something that's got sold plasters all over it, they think it's time to start booking the removals firm and everything else. They simply have no understanding of the fact that when a property is sold subject to contract or under offer, it can still fall through. And 35 to almost 40% do fall through, which is absolutely monstrous. So this whole discussion about leaving properties on the market, and I mean, have a look around at some of the agents' websites. There's one big online agent who, when you click on the thing that says don't include sold properties, the number of properties on their website goes from over 10,000 to 1,300. So it's clear why people do this. They just do it to pad out their inventory. But until this is changed and a property says, the board should say under offer, not sold subject to contract on them. This may or may not be a legal point, but it needs to be part of the process. And people need to understand that when they buy a property, it's not exchanged contracts, or it's not theirs to move into until they've exchanged contracts and then completed. So this whole exercise of writing sold subject or SSTC and leaving it on, I mean, that's half the problem, isn't it? Is that agents leave it on their websites and portals because it might fall through. And then they get inquiries, and any good agent would take inquiries while it is still on the website and it says under offer. It should say under offer still showing, not sold subject to contract. Or if there's an exclusivity agreement, it should say under offer not showing. But if they do get inquiries from a property that says sold subject to contract, they should say there is an offer on it. How about this one? It's another one. And if it falls through, we'll get back to you. And of course, the upshot of all this, the natural corollary of leaving these things on like that, is that it fosters gazumping and that sort of thing in a market. And so that the whole thing needs to be looked at in the whole. And this is a symptom of that. I'm slightly amazed that David Smith in his piece in Property Industry Eye yesterday was bringing it up now. This has been the case for years. Quite why it's suddenly being brought up, I've got no idea. But it is something that needs coverage. So great to see the discussion starting. As far as I'm concerned, let's make it illegal to put SSTC on boards or on the website and put under offer either still showing or not showing. So the people who are looking understand that that property is not sold, and the people who are buying it and have the offer accepted know that it's just under offer and not actually sold. Sorry for the rant.